And we are back. Rhonda Boyle here with Anas Aldahoud. We are talking about the talent theme of individualization. This is part 2 of our 3-part series. So Anas, start us off talking about blind spots, trouble spots, things that people high in individualization really can't see.
Of course, the first thing that you need to be aware of, the more mature it is that sometimes you need to accept that it's not always going to be there. What I mean is you might work in a place where there's like rules, regulations, systems. So you need to understand you're not always going to get your special customization treatment. So the more you understand this, the more mature it is. The more immature it is sometimes you start making assumptions because you believe everybody's different. And sometimes you don't get a chance to meet the person and ask him the questions you want. You start making assumptions that maybe he's different than this way. And this can be a very dangerous area. You're probably not going to be flexible when it comes to rules and regulations, something that you don't like, and accepting policies as well. So all of these things you need to be aware of. I think the biggest blind spot is if you're like managing a group, you might look more into the individual benefit and instead of looking at the whole picture as a group. And sometimes this can create a lot of problems.
It can, sure. So what irritates people high in individualization? What are their aggravators?
The first one is one size fits all. For them, this sentence just doesn't make any sense.
Only acceptable in pajamas, right?
Yes. For them, I don't think this works as well.
Right.
And yes, and also when you create a system for performance rating, for them, I went and I work with organizations. They just have a system where it rates you. And for people with high individualization, this cannot be the way.
No, those don't work, do they? So what kind of conflicts can they end up in? You mentioned one a moment ago, but I know there are more.
Yes, I think the biggest one is either if you meet someone high in consistency. So people high in consistency, they believe everybody should be treated the same, which is the total opposite of individualization. The thing I just want to highlight here is how important for these people to work together, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I know it's like the brain works totally different, but just imagine if these people can understand more of each other and why they think this way. And maybe we can reach a point where we have a system, but again, we do have like individualization or some customization within the system as well.
Right. It's super important that they understand that they're looking at two different sides of the puzzle. I do believe that that's where the biggest conflict is between those two talents. And because they're just not looking the same, one wants rules and regulations and they're both trying to achieve the same end, and that is fairness. That's what's so interesting, but they have two different approaches. So understanding and finding ways to compromise and complement those two approaches is really important for growth, I think. So good point. All right. Well, there you have it. Part 2 of our 3-part series on the talent theme of individualization. Anas Aldahoud, we will be back, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.